Hello! Welcome back to Lost Kingdoms, or Rune if you prefer. I never actually mentioned, but the original Japanese name was Rune. R-U-N-E. We're not actually going to go to this place yet, it's Fairy House. We'll go there after we do Burial Grounds, because we'll get the first two rewards from the Fairy House, rather than just the one. Save me a little bit of time. Plus, we don't need the one reward we get from it, because I'll probably never use the card, but who knows, maybe I will. Anyway, welcome to Burial Grounds. Welcome to this sign. It says the Burial Grounds, in case you forgot where you are. There are 5 more of these fairies, I think. I'm not here. We could visit a grave if we wanted to, but I'm not here to visit one. That was a random encounter with a Skelebro. We also have a skeleton or two now, I believe, but we also have a freaking Morgan. A mummy, that's what it's called. We could summon a skeleton. It's not gonna do very much. Let's just use our lizard dude. Not the greatest damage, but hey, it's cheap. I did adjust my deck slightly, obviously, as you would expect me to do between levels where we pick up like 8 cards apiece. I think we picked up more cards than that. Either way, I got something in the freaking eye. Arrgh. It's the worst when you have something in your eye. Alright, anyway. We actually forgot a fairy, I think. Is this gravestone? One of these gravestones has a fairy, I think. There we go. I always forget about the ones inside of things. All kinds of weird stuff. Red this, green that, doesn't make any sense to me. That is your hint for the level, by the way. Your hint is basically, you should read the gravestones. And stuff. Alright, well. So we'll fight some skeletons. How's it going, skeleton rins? That's probably the biggest problem with the skeletons, is all of their attacks are this big, huge upper swipe thing that you can very easily avoid, and they'll do the side jump a lot, which makes it very difficult for them to aim, rather unfortunately, I suppose. You there! Have a card. It's a present. We do have a 30 card deck now, not that the deck is very strong, but still. Also, the mummy can only be used twice. It's powerful, but it can only be used twice, which is unfortunate. Now, can I stop getting battles right there? That one spot over and over again. Hello, guard man. He says, oh my god, the princess or something, excuse me. Huge hitbox. Your Highness, presence, unholy place, etc., etc. The king did a thing, etc., etc. Here lies Griffith, the golden. This is the first king, I believe. Also, he had a golden mane that shone like the sun. He was the lion, if you're curious. The technicalities of that, don't worry about it. Also, there's a pile of mud right there. Don't walk through the pile of mud. I think it's right there. It might be in another area. I wish we had more cards that were better against skeletons. We don't. We have a goblin. Hobgoblin. You want a hobgoblin? Have a hobgoblin. Go, hobgoblin. Show me your prowess in combat. You missed. You're dead. Alright, well, good fight. We could summon some skeletons against the skeleton army. Oh crap. I got stuck between them. My god, look at the brawl. Skeleton brawl. Well, one of them was almost dead. There we go. Mine are currently winning the war of attrition. Oh, well, they missed. And here's problem number 1 with skeletons. They're too stupid to path properly. Then again, everything's too stupid to path properly, to be fair. We won! A lovely fight, I do say. Gives our skeletons a little bit of experience, but again, not a lot of experience in the early game from these encounters. Oh look, a skeleton card. How glorious. Next fairy's right here, by the way. Which is actually one of the more obvious hidden ones, because it's just a random well over here that you can interact with. A lot of skeletons and ghouls. Spooky, scary, creepy skeleton. Something like that. Oh look, a skeleton card. We have way too many skeleton cards now. We could clone them. That tells you about another king, but I'm not going to read it because it's just as boring as the last one. For all intents and purposes, this game really doesn't have a storyline. Also, that enemy is quite literally the worst enemy known to man, so I'm going to try to immediately kill it. Its attack has a huge AoE, also some mud. And it's really hard to get away from. I mean, here, I'm birdman. It's not too much, but hey. You know what? Have a plague rat. That's not going to do much either, but have a plague rat anyway. Come hither, plague rat. Do your plague thing. Good fight. Well played. It's freaking plague rats, man. They're in the deck just because I have them, but I don't know why I walked into that. They're not very useful. At least I don't know that they're very useful. They're much more useful in the second game, if I'm not mistaken. I need to stop skipping through that and then running to the edge of the battlefield. Or running through that before I skip through it is what I meant to say there. Let's see. I think the rest of the fairies are in gravestones at the back here. Somewhere. Oh good, another one of those. My favorite! Oh no, you're actually... What are you? Woman clothed in black? Have a goblin, because you're a leaf. And that's how this works. There you go, Hobgoblin, you did a thing. Not that I really want you to get experience, but whatever. Excuse me. Oh, the gems! And he killed the Hobgoblin. Who would have guessed that was gonna happen? Skeleton fights. Very exciting. Well, his one gem. Getting the Mandragora some experience would be nice, especially considering how difficult it is. Considering you can only use them once, basically ever. That Hobgoblin got 200 experience from whatever the heck it was that I just killed there. I approve of that, but I wish it was something other than a Hobgoblin. Hello? Oh, good. Whatever this thing is. What are you, good sir? No, but I'd like you to die. Can I get better cards than this? No, not really. You can use this card over here on this dude. Just don't spit your crap on me. Oh, it didn't kill you. Oh my god. Well, what do I want to get the experience then? Do I have anything that'd be good for that? Birdman. Lizard bro. Take a lizard bro. That's not the lizard bro if you're curious. I would have taken a Mandragora as well. Ow. My face. I did that for the invulnerability. Didn't really work out to my advantage, but I did it anyway. You know what, Mandragora? You try and kill it. I don't know what this thing is. We're facing some enemies that I don't recall existing, but apparently they do. Is that another ton of experience? No, not really. I took a load of damage in that. I wish I hadn't. Have I missed fairies? Because I thought this was the last fairy you got. Wraith card's alright. I may have missed some fairies, unless they're over here. Oh, they're over here. Hello, fairies! They come in pairs now. Hello, encounter! They come with fairies now. There's a wraith. One of those things that gave a ton of experience. Or was this the thing that gave a ton of experience? May have been this. Would you like to slow down, my friend? Would you like to cease your movement? No, it was that thing that did it. Get you to like do an attack and then maybe catch him with Birdman here, because he's just gonna run for eternity apparently. Oh, of course, Birdman missed. Well done. Well, I would like the Mandragora to get the experience from that thing, because 200's quite a lot. Just summon a bunch of Mandragoras, I guess. They seem to be doing work. That dude broke a tree. Suck it, tree. Hit me, not the Mandragora. Thank you. Man-eater, whatever these things are called. I don't know. Hit her. Surround her. You're too slow. She appears to be broken. Oh, nope. What's she doing? Can they even get up there? This is just comical now. They can't get up there because probably there's two of them and they can't path properly. What if I stand here? Can I push you into him? Can you just hit it, Mandragora? Please? For the love of God? Oh, come on. Come now. We don't have all day. No, no. This isn't gonna work, is it? Come on, you're right there. Well, you can have fun with that. We'll go over here. Maybe we can do something with this thing over here. It's unlikely because this is another range guy who's just gonna kite us for eternity, but maybe. Have a Mandragora. Oh, look who it is. She's just gonna attack the other Mandragora. Are you stuck over there? No, you're just crazy slow. You shouldn't be in the mud. Come on, Mandragoras. This is like your biggest problem, I'm aware, but come on. Please? Please murder one of them? I don't care which, just one of them. Well, that one's wounded. You can do it! I don't think they're gonna kill the other one, she's too flighty. But this one seems to have a larger hitbox or something. Come on, guys. Don't fight over it. Doesn't matter which one of you gets it. They're behind the freaking gravestone, aren't they? Ow. I get the carbuncle experience. He's got 2 health, just hit him. This is comically bad right here. Look at him, he's right there. Feast thine eyes upon his glory, or something. Oh, that was a good fight. You gonna do your attack, or are you just gonna float there? Alright, well. Come on, Carbuncle. You and me. You and Squeaky. See how easy it was? Now Carbuncle's gonna get all the experience on one of the stupid things to get. Look at that! 272! And I walked away from the fairies, god dang it. You make the card fly further by holding down the guard button. I'm aware. I abuse that all the time. You're invincible when using a card. I mentioned that before as well. We're gonna get into a fight with probably the same enemies. Oh, nope. Skeletons. And the spider thing over here. Have one of those for me, my friend. Undoubtedly, you're gonna spit something at me. No? Okay. We need to heal. I have the healing card out. We should probably use it. I think we're gonna have enough gems for it anyway. You know what? Let's go ahead and use it. It restores some cards as well when you use it. It's 1 to 5, I think. We got 2. Well, that'll do, I suppose. What's going on over here? Dude bro's fighting. We only have 2. Well, now you get to know what happens when you use a card without enough gems. It takes HP. It's a great way to kill yourself. Alright, you can cease existing. You don't need to exist anymore. Mandragora will handle it from here. Surprisingly enough, he will actually handle it from here by the looks of it. Or he'll be bested by a stump. It appears that he might be bested by a stump. Please do not best my Mandragora by a stump. Alright, well. I will lick you! Which seems to have done basically no damage. Comically few damage, in fact. There's another Mandragora. We've gone through like all of our cards here. I don't think we're going to be able to do the boss from this area. That's all we actually wanted from here. I think we were trying to leave before we got horribly mauled to death by everything and its mother spawning over there, and my man-traps, Mandragoras, whatever they are, being terrible at their job. Which, to be fair, is kind of the problem with them. They're not very good at their job. Oh. What I'm probably going to end up doing is actually aborting this level and running back through it in a slightly more effective manner. We'll get to this point with more cards. Perhaps a ghoul card or two. I think we've only gotten one, actually. More Dark Ravens. Let's go ahead and abort it. I don't think we have enough cards. What do we have with all that? 19? Eh. We still have 2 more Mandragores. We'll just abort it and run back through here. It shouldn't take terribly long to get back through there, especially since I don't need to worry about opening chests or anything. Or getting fairies, so it's basically a straight line. Hopefully with minimal encounters because of the speed at which we're going through areas. Nope, we'll get caught on the way out of this one apparently. Curse you skeletons! Ow. Probably just summon Carbuncle and see what they do here. It's probably not going to be much, but hey. Especially we keep getting clipped by that, unfortunately. It's hard to aim you, Carbuncle, when you're not freaking big enough circles. Especially when you're pushing things into me, god dang it. No. That was good enough. We'll let the Mandragora, this is actually the Mandragora, get a kill because the other one dodged. I hate you. I hate the very existence of you, Mr. Skellington Man. Anyway, that was a great start to the level. I must say. I do say. Using multiple cards on 2 skeletons. Great way. Plus losing 1/3 of my health. I'm sure that was real helpful. You're not going to let me sneak past these fights, are you, game? Oh, look, it's one of those things again. Really have much to use on him, so we'll just use one of these. I'd like to finish the skeleton with the lizard bro. There we go. Get lizard bro some experience. And then we'll get clipped by him, because he's rude. Oh wait, mate. You stop being rude. Can I actually hit you with this card this time? If I recall, we missed him last time. There we go. Look how well it would have went if I had just done that. Gosh. And of course, Birdman gets most XP because he did one thing properly. And then we'll get another battle immediately after that, apparently. Hooray! You're gonna spit at me, so I'm gonna try and abuse the fact that I'm invulnerable. There we go. Let's summon some hobgoblins. That's not the card I meant to summon before because I have my buttons mixed up. So instead we'll summon a hobgoblin and a sandgorn. And watch the hobgoblin fail to be good at doing many things. It just doesn't have the range or the health or really anything. He farts constantly and he never actually hits anything with it. Oh, there goes one hobgoblin despite never being hit. They get better when you level them up, but the problem is, of course, leveling them up because they never kill anything. And he's gonna die having accomplished basically nothing, so... Let's see, you want Lizard Man to get the XP? Kind of. Good fight! Hobgoblins did nothing! Good job, Hobgoblins. We'll get to a point where I can easily grind experience with weak cards like a Hobgoblin or something without too much hassle. We got a Lizard Man back. Rejoice! Etc., etc. Excuse me. Walls. I would like to pass through here, if you don't mind me, preferably without triggering anything. Never mind, we'll trigger this one. It's a spider and a skeleton. Who would have guessed? Let's go kill the spider because he's a bigger threat than the skeleton because he's an AoE. Alright, well, you know what? We're gonna abuse some card shenaniganry here. Okay. You can use 2 separate cards much faster than you can use a single card. I'm actually gonna drop a Mandragora, Man-Eater thingy, whatever this bollocks plant is. Get a little bit of XP, plus it's cheap, and it won't ruin the card. Man Trap, that's what they're called. I'm gonna call it like 80 different names, don't worry about me. So now we're back here. I believe the order of operations is yellow. If you get this wrong, by the way, it summons a fight with a single skeleton. I believe the fight is yellow, green, white, and then red. And my assumption is actually correct. Hooray! I believe it tells you that in one of the tombstones, but I didn't read them, so whatever. This is our boss fight, if you are curious. The boss fight can be annoying, it can also be extraordinarily easy. I also didn't change my deck before we came back in, whatever. Hello! He has friends, 2 skeletons, and that's the kind of annoying part of this fight. We'll try and get the skeletons out of the way as quickly as possible, hopefully. He also fires those skulls at you, which will chase you until they hit you, or, you know, cease existing, I suppose. I have another Mandragora I can use somewhere. I can lick stuff. Not that that does any damage, but I can do it anyway, because it's basically free. I would like a Mandragora to get the experience from killing the boss, though. You might notice I like Mandragores, Man-Eaters, Man-Trap. What are these things called again? Plant things? The problem is he's going to completely murder all of them every time I summon them, so we got to get them pretty low here. Or we could summon our sand golem dude, but yeah. He likes doing that, by the way. You know what? Let's summon our sand golem. Then we will shortly abuse invulnerability to get rid of this stupid skull. Oh right, you can't abuse invulnerability to get rid of the stupid skull. I forgot. You have to hit the skull with something to get rid of it, or it has to hit you. You can hit it with a card, but, you know. This Mandragora is putting work in. Look at him go. He's almost dead, but look at him go. 2 more hits? Yeah. Oh, come on, Mandragora. Well, I'll just summon another one. Sand Golem's about to die, though, so we gotta finish this before he does, hopefully. Which we probably won't. Maybe we will. If he keeps teleporting. Nope, there we go. Rejoice! As he wiggles violently, and then explodes violently. Man Trap, that's what they're called. 380 experience for our Man Trap there. Make up for the loss of experience earlier, sadly. And the level's over. I only got 4 stars, sadly, because I took all that unnecessary damage at the start like an idiot. Probably. So we only get 2 card selections instead of 3. We didn't get the Necromancer. I don't even know what the Necromancer does. And instead it looks like we got 2 of those. Whoop-de-freaking-do. They're not bad cards, but you know. Would have rather had not 2 of the same card, but it'll do, I suppose. The princess learned from Lord Unther that the king is headed to Grail. Princess races to catch up, doo-doo-doo, can't do roads to lead to the castle, doo-doo-doo, we go underground sewer. Because logic. Look at her playing with her cards. So cute. She's also murdering people. Don't mind that.
Oh yeah?
Well, I don't have any idea what he just said, but he said something. I do have some red fairies. Brought in 12 fairies. So we get a fire gargoyle for one fairy, basically guaranteed, and a banshee for 10. Hooray! And we can talk to him, and he says bollocks about fairies. I wouldn't be able to forcibly study fairies if you weren't out there collecting them. Also notice the freaking extraordinarily large fairy doll things he keeps around his house. It's a bit weird, that one. Anyway, we're going to do a quick checkup in here before I end the video, because we're going to see if we can transform anything. We can. We can get a scythe beast from you. Why would I want a scythe beast? Probably because it does more damage or has a better attack or something. We're going to keep storing up experience, though. You can become a fire golem, which I don't like, so that's not happening. You can become a caterpoker, which I don't recall liking. Range B. Offense. Etc. etc. What, you go into Birdman? Yeah. You go into Birdman, and then he goes into Lycanthrope, I think. Lycanthrop. Dragon Knight, what do you do? Ghost Armor. That's a weapon. It's 3,000 for that one. We'll just keep pouring XP on that. We probably want to swap you into a Sea Monk. Sea Monk is the other card I have that restores cards. If we look here, we'll restore 1 through 5 of the cards already used by the summoner. Any discarded cards will also be restored. Cannot be used under the 2-player fair play rule. And we'll just keep gathering experience. I don't think anyone else is necessarily close. You can see obviously the better cards are more expensive in terms of experience use. Carbuncle gets 2 options at 1,000. Water Hopper also gets 2 at 1,000, but is basically useless. So who knows if that'll ever happen. Ghoul is one of the cards we got in there. Eh. We'll keep gathering up some experience. See if we can get some of the rarer cards a little bit faster instead of getting more, you know, early game good cards. We'll go for the late game good cards. Anyway, that's gonna be it. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.